so I have a legal obligation to say no.
Okay, no. You don't think I deserve your attention?
I think if your clients want to sit on my shoulders and call themselves tall, they have the right to give it a try, but there's no requirement that I enjoy sitting here listening to people lie. You have part of my attention. You have the minimum amount. The rest of my attention is back at the offices of Facebook, where my colleagues and I are doing things that no one in this room, including and especially your clients, are intellectually or creatively capable of doing. Can I adequately answer your condescending question?
I have 12:45. Why don't we say that's lunch? Back at 2:30.
So, what's your names? Their names are Christy and Alice. And they want to have drinks tonight. Sorry, girl brushing up in there.
Sweet.
Yeah, groupies. I'll be right back. Here, keep coming. Erica?
Hi.
I saw you from over there. I didn't know you came to this club.
First time.
Mine too. Can I talk to you alone for a second?
I think I'm good right here.
I'd love to talk to you alone.
Right here is fine.
I don't know if you heard about this new website I launched.
No.
The
You
Facebook.
called me a bitch on the internet.
That's why I wanted to talk to you.
On the internet.
That's why I came over.
Comparing women to farm animals.
I didn't do it.
And stop you from writing it. As if every thought that tumbles through your head was so clever it would be a crime for it not to be shared. The internet's not written in pencil mark, it's written in ink. And you published that Erica Albrecht was a bitch right before you made some ignorant crack about my family's name, my bra size, and then rated women based on their confidence.
Erica, is there a problem?
No, there's no problem. You write shiny bullshit in a dark room because that's what these angry do nowadays. I was nice to you. I was working on fun.
Go somewhere for a minute.
I don't want to be rude to my friends. Okay. Good luck with your video game.
Hey, that was great. That was the right thing to do. You apologize, right? You have to expand. Oh, Omar?
Is he mad about something?
Okay, we are expanding to Yale and Columbia. Dustin, I want you to share the coding work with me. Chris, you're going to be in charge of publicity and outreach, and you can start by getting a story in the BU student newspaper. It's The Bridge.
They hate doing stories about Harvard.
Somebody at the newspaper will be a computer science major. Tell them that Mark Zuckerberg will do 10 hours of free programming.
Why do you want a story in the BU newspaper?
Because I do. Now here's the arrangement. Eduardo is CFO and owns 30% of the company. Justin is vice president and head of programming, and his 5% of the company will come from mine. Chris is director of publicity, and his compensation will depend on the amount of work he ends up doing. Any questions?
Oh, girls. Sorry, Christy and Alice. Hi.
Hi. Hello. Is there anything we can do?
Yale and Columbia.
And Stanford.
What?
Stanford. I didn't have to see this in Palo Alto.
You don't want any lunch?
No.
You're welcome to some salad.
No, thank you.
This must be hard.
Who are you?
I'm Marilyn Delpy. I introduced myself.
What do you do?
I'm a second-year associate at the firm. My boss wanted me to sit in on the deposition phase. What are you doing?
Checking in to see how it's going in Bosnia.
Bosnia. They don't have roads, but they have Facebook. You must hate the Winkle bosses.
I don't hate anybody. The Winklevi aren't suing me for intellectual property theft. They're suing me because for the first time in their lives, things didn't work out the way they were supposed to for them.
Expanding to Yale, Columbia, and Stanford is going to be in the Crimson tomorrow.
Really? Yep. Well, looks like that cease and desist order really scared the shit out of them, huh?
I want to hire a lawyer to file for injunctive relief and get the site taken down now. Every minute the site is up, Harvard Connection becomes more valuable. I want an injunction. I want damages. I want punitive relief. And I want him dead.
I want those things too.
Then why aren't we doing anything about it? Because we're gentlemen of Harvard?
Because you're not thinking how it's going to look. How's it going to look? Like my brother and I are in skeleton costumes, chasing the karate kid around a high school gym.
Cam, he's violated Massachusetts state law. When he goes to Connecticut, New York, and California, he'll violate federal law. And by the way, he's in violation of Harvard law.
There's a thing as Harvard law. Wait. Yeah. There is. Harvard student handbook. Every freshman is issued one of these. Somewhere in this book it says you can't steal from another student. This is what we need. We're going to Summers.
But you can't get a meeting with Larry Summers.
My brother and I, we paid tuition at the school. We carried 3.9 GPA. We won trophies for the school, and we'll be rowing in the Olympics for this school. I want to meet with the goddamn president of this school. Why say that?
Why do you think?
Sorry. Wait for bio.
Okay.
You don't know my name, do you?
Is it Stanford?
I should just kick your ass. How do you go to a party?
Amelia Ritter. Would you prefer Amy? From Olinda, your father's in commercial real estate, and your mom's 10 years sober.
It's my major.
Trombone.
Really?
I remember something about a trombone.
Tu fais l'amour à la jolie fille de la
French.
Oui.
My major's French.
Yours?
Mine? I don't have one.
You have a declare?
I don't go to school.
You're kidding.
No.
Well, where did you go to school?
William Taft Elementary for a little while.
Seriously? You're not like 15 years old or anything, are you?
No. You're not like 59.
So what do you do?
I'm an entrepreneur.
You're unemployed.
I wouldn't say that.
What would you say?
That I'm an entrepreneur.
Well then, what was your entrepreneur?
Well, I founded an internet company that lets folks download and share music for free.
Kind of like Napster?
Exactly like Napster.
What do you mean?
I founded Napster.
Sean Parker founded Napster.
Nice to meet you.
You're Sean Parker?
Aha! You see, the shoes on the
What?
table with his pen.
I just slept with Sean Parker.
You just slept on Sean Parker.
You're a billionaire.
Not technically.
What are you?
Broke. There's not a lot of money in free music, even less than you can see by everyone who's ever been to the Grammys.
This is blowing my mind.
I appreciate
I
that.
gotta hop in the shower and get for class.
Biochem, even though you're a French major whose name is Amy.
Too fast.
I'm a hard worker.
There's juice or anything else you can find. Help yourself.
You mind if I check my email?
Yeah, go ahead.
Amy! Amy!
Yeah,
Can you come out here?
just a second.
There's a snake in here, Amy.
What? Where?
Okay, there isn't a snake, but I need to ask you something.
Are you kidding me? I could have been killed
How?
by running too fast and getting twisted in the cart. What do you need to ask me?
I'm going to check my email and there's a website open on your computer.
Yeah, after you passed out last night, I went on the Facebook for a little bit.
What's that?
The Facebook? 2 weeks now. It's really awesome. It's freakishly addictive. Seriously, I'm on the thing like 5 times a day.
Mind if I send myself an email?
Yeah, okay?
That's great. Just need to find you, Mark Zuckerberg.
Never been in this building before.
This building's 100 years older than the country it's in, so do be careful.
We're sitting in chairs.
Yes. Very good. You can go in now.
The darkness is the absence of light, and the stupidity of actions is the absence of need. Catherine, I've got students in my office now. Students, undergrads. Don't know. From the looks of it, they want to sell me books for this franchise. Oh. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I'm Cameron with the Boston. This is my brother, Ty.
And you're here because either of you can ask.
I'm sorry, I have to read the letter.
Read the letter.
Well, we came up with an idea for a website called Harvard Connection. We've since changed the name to Connect You. And Mark Zuckerberg stole that idea.
I understand. I'm asking what you want me to do about it.
Well, sir, in the Harvard Student Handbook, which is distributed to each freshman, under the heading Standards of Conduct in the Harvard Community, it says the college expects all students to be honest and forthcoming in their dealings with members in this community. Students are required to respect public and private ownership and instances of theft, misappropriation,
And, yes, sir. Punch me in the face. Go ahead.
or unauthorized use will result in disciplinary action, including the requirement to withdraw from the college.
You memorize that instead of doing what?
What my brother and I came here today to ask you, respectfully, of course, is against university rules to steal from other students. I understand.
You've spoken to your housemaster.
Yes, sir. And the housemaster made a recommendation to the ad board that the ad board won't see.
Have you tried dealing with the other student directly?
Mr. Zuckerberg hasn't been responding to any of our emails or phone calls for the last 2 weeks. He doesn't answer when we knock on his door at Kirkland, and